I'm Dale Smith for Illuminati Politics, and the writs are now being drawn up, and a general election is on the way. So what this means is that for the next 5 weeks, we're going to be hearing from all of the party leaders about what they are planning to do in order to protect Canada against the predations of Donald Trump, and maybe some other things along the way. For Prime Minister Mark Carney, this is going to be his first campaign ever, so he's very rookie. He's never even run for a nomination before. So this will be a real test to see if he can actually deal with the politics aspect of politics. And that's going to be a pretty steep learning curve. Now, off the start, he promised a middle-class tax cut, which is one of these things that obviously tends to disproportionately benefit top earners. So we'll see if that particular policy idea resonates. And out the gate, he's also been playing into Gen X nostalgia through that video with Mike Myers. So we'll see if that's a demographic that he can get, and if it's one that he needs in the grand electoral coalition that the Liberals need to assemble. For Pierre Poilievre, he is trying to lead on a message of hope and change, believe it or not. Change part being obvious, the hope part being a bit more curious, because this is, I think, the first time we've seen someone promising cuts to social spending wrapped up in the guise of hope. But we'll see whether that message resonates. The Conservatives have had an incredibly difficult time trying to pivot their campaign from being one about Justin Trudeau and carbon pricing to one where they are trying to insist that they are the ones who can actually defend us against Trump, even though the polls seem to indicate that people think that Poilievre would be the first to roll over. So he's going to have to overcome that particular perception around the public. For NDP leader Jagmeet Singh, he's running on a message about standing up to billionaires, all tens of them in this country, and that number may even be slightly exaggerated because those figures or those lists tend to include billionaires who have Canadian citizenship but don't actually live here, including Elon Musk. The NDP are once again running on an In It For You campaign, but the fact that they have achieved most of their policy objectives being pharmacare and dental care to a limited extent, because the way in which they pushed the Liberals to construct these programs was very much flawed. Nevertheless, they have less of that to be able to run on in this particular campaign. So they're going to try and do it on protecting jobs and workers from Trump, but we'll see if they have the credibility to get there. As for the Green Party, they are running on a co-leader model with Elizabeth May and Jonathan Pedneau. Pedneau is going to be the face of the debates, they've decided, so we will see, A, if he can actually get his own seat in this election, but B, whether their message of unity in the face of Trump is going to resonate. We'll see, or we'll be checking in over the course of the next 5 weeks, and we'll see how everything is going to shake out in this extremely turbulent time, and an election that is probably one that nobody expected to be of this particular issue back when everyone was calling for one several months ago. For Illuminati Politics, I'm Dale Smith.